Hello friends, welcome to a new episode of STRAT India, where we regularly update our viewers about the Indian defense news and associated countries around the world. It seems that India have finally woken up to the Chinese challenges in the Indian Ocean region. As per the recent activities by both Indian Air Force and Indian Navy, it is quite sure that India has started to flex its muscles in the Indian Ocean. There are a flurry of activities by the Indian defense planners to prove this theory. On June 9th, 4 Rafale fighter jets of the Indian Air Force carried out a drill in the Indian Ocean region, simulating a scenario where they outmaneuvered hostile warplanes to launch their weapons at the target. The mission lasted 6 hours and involved mid-air refueling of the Rafales. As per the reports, they have covered the eastern seaboard of the Indian Ocean. India has multiple air force bases in the eastern part like Thanjavur, Visakhapatnam and Nicobar Islands, covering the famous Malacca Straits. In addition to the BrahMos coastal missile defense batteries deployed in Andamans, the IAF's Rafale fleets posed a major threat to the PLA's surface ships. China and Pakistan recently joined hands to operate jointly in the Indian Ocean region to counter piracy and non-conventional threats. However, the real intention is to checkmate Indian Navy on its backyard. China wants to create an alternate route for its supply chain through Pakistan so that the Malacca Straits can be bypassed in case of a war. Considering the above scenario, a fleet of SU-30 MKI jets of the Indian Air Force carried out a strategic mission over the Indian Ocean region for 8 hours, days after a similar operation was carried out by the 4 Rafale fighters. People familiar with this operation said that the SU-30 MKI jets flew over the southwestern region of the Indian Ocean, demonstrating their operational prowess and capability to carry out long-range missions. The IAF carried out the two missions at a time when China has been ramping up its presence in the Indian Ocean region, which is largely considered as the backyard of the Indian Navy. India operates a number of air bases in the western front also, and currently developing a air force base in the middle of the Indian Ocean in a place called Agalica Island. In cooperation with French forces in the Union Island and US forces in Diego Garcia, India now can chase Chinese Navy in the entire stretch of the Indian Ocean, starting from Strait of Hormuz to the South China Sea. Probably the Thursday operation by SU-30 MKI is a dry run for the covering of the entire stretch of the Indian Ocean armed with deadly BrahMos missiles. The IAF operates about 40 Sukhoi 30 MKIs that can carry BrahMos A supersonic anti-ship cruise missiles. According to the IAF, both seaboards of the Indian Ocean region, the Arabian Sea on the western seaboard and the Bay of Bengal on the eastern seaboard, was covered by the fighters. These simulated long-range strike missions has demonstrated the Sukhoi's ability to carry BrahMos A anti-ship missiles and strike Chinese warships at long ranges. Recently, in a major show of power in the Indian Ocean, the Indian Navy on Saturday demonstrated its formidable maritime capabilities as 2 aircraft carriers, INS Vikramaditya and recently commissioned INS Vikrant, carried out a coordinated exercises involving more than 35 aircrafts in the Arabian Sea. In addition to the ongoing 4-year-long border standoff between India and Chinese soldiers along the entire line of control, the Chinese have also been increasingly assertive in the IOR and South China Sea regions. All these activities by Indian Air Force as well as Indian Navy in quick succession indicates that India has seriously taken up the challenge thrown up by the Chinese Navy and would not allow any nations to dominate the Indian Ocean. Thanks for watching the video. Do not forget to subscribe our channel and write your views and suggestions in the comments box. Jai Hind.